Hi, how are you? It is Wednesday, January the 17th at 7 p.m. I'm just going to wait for some people to log in and we'll get started. Then I'll introduce myself. I'll say, oh, hi, Glinda. How are you doing? Nice to see you. And where are you signing in from? Hi, Shannon. How are you? Right on time. Ashley, how are you? Hi. We had lots of excitement last week, didn't we? Hi, Kelly. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, that goes for everyone. Kelly said, hi, beautiful soul. Oh, you might have mentioned that, Glinda, that you're in Ontario. That's really cool. I forget where you said you were. I think more north, if I remember. Oh, Kitchener. Oh, hi, Lynn. Kitchener, yes. I've been to Cambridge a few times at the First Spiritual Church of Galt. I love Kitchener. I love St. Jacob's. I go there quite a lot. Hi, Siobhan. How are you? I think I mentioned to you that I just moved recently to, Lynn's in Toronto. Nice. Bruce Pennant, oh, must be beautiful up there. Hi, how are you? I think I mentioned recently I just moved to Kleinburg, so I'm not far from where I used to be. Just lots of beautiful trees here in nature. I just love it here. Yes, I saw you. Oh, awesome. All right, so I'll just I was going to share this. Today, where I am, it's actually minus 22 Celsius or minus 8 Fahrenheit. It is absolutely freezing here. My poor little dog who's watching me right now. Sorry, you're not a poor little dog, but your dog who's watching me now. It's just too cold for him to even go out. He went out quickly and ran back in. Tomorrow they're saying it's going to be minus 4. I can't believe it's going to go from minus 22 to minus 4. If it does, I'll be able to take him maybe to the park or for a long walk. I'll just introduce myself if anyone is new here. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Alexandra. My name's Wendy D'Angelo. I'm an evidential medium, and tonight we're going to just discuss for a few minutes any Q&A questions you have about mediumship. Also, I thought I would talk for a few minutes just about self-care tools that you can use to be successful in your life, successful if you do mediumship, healing, psychic work. So these psychic tools are so important. So any questions about that too? I want you guys to speak more than me because I talk an awful lot. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Sue. Does anyone have any questions? There I go. Perfect, Siobhan. Wendy, I had a question. You had connected with my mom last week. I was wondering, do you remember the people that come to... Let me see if I can get the rest of this. I think you're saying here, come to you in readings. But it doesn't want to let me just see if it wants to let me get the see more. It doesn't want to let me get the see more. Usually what happens, I tell you, last week was just a crazy week and I figured out what went wrong with Facebook. It was because I played copyrighted music in the background. So they just shut me down. So that was the issue with that. I won't do that again. I learned my lesson. But so what I did really quickly is sometimes I make jot notes, especially on Facebook, because I find I get distracted with what's going on in my dog, etc. So I might just jot down a name. I just jot down, as I'm thinking, it helps me to focus as I'm feeling into the energy. And I just happen to have some jot notes and I just done the reading. So I quickly just wrote everything that I could think of, because very quickly I forget it and I just don't remember. But it's interesting though, even though I might not remember specific evidence, I do remember how the energy feels. Like I had a gentleman already this evening and his energy's familiar and I feel it's somebody's father. So when we're ready to do the mediumship part, we'll see if I'm correct. And this is a familiar energy that's been through before, because it's like, hi, it's like, I know you. Yeah, isn't that silly? So just a warning, if you play copyrighted music, look out. They just shut me down because of that. So I hope I answered your question. I was just guessing that. Do I remember the evidence I gave? Usually, for some reason, it's something like the energy. It's like this energy is so familiar. And I only get that on Facebook, actually. I get that on Facebook when I do Facebook Live, because I feel it's because I have a lot of similar audience members. So it's almost like I'm tuning into your specific energy. So it's kind of easier for me to kind of become familiar with your loved ones and spirit, their energy. Any other questions anyone has? Anything at all about mediumship? I just jotted a few notes down here about a psychic toolkit and how important that is, because a psychic toolkit helps you to tap into your own inner wisdom. So it's like self-empowerment, self-care, all those things. So important, just day-to-day practical things, as well if you're doing kind of any kind of spiritual work at all. Really, really important. Okay, let me just see here. Lynn had a question. I'm curious about the structure of the other side, as in schooling. Okay, I think I did, might have mentioned this, and this is from my own experience. Especially, it's interesting that it happened with the passing of my parents. I became very aware of this, that they were showing me things. So I do know their loved ones in spirit, they will be greeted by a loved one, almost like an assigned helper, I would say. So my mom was greeted by my grandma, her mom. And I do know, because in one of my lucid dreams, I was in a giant lecture hall, and I know like thousands of people, and I didn't really see faces. It was almost like I just knew it was a crowd, and there was rows and rows of chairs. It was almost like a lecture hall, like the almost like the welcoming of new souls that have just arrived, and letting them know how things worked here, kind of like orientation. So I saw the orientation part quite clearly, and what kind of freaked me out a little bit was that I was sitting at the front with all these other guides. I was like, oh boy, am I supposed to be speaking here? So I know I had a different role there at that time in that dream. Another thing that I've been aware of too, and I think I mentioned this, is I had another lucid dream where my grandma was sitting in an office. It looked like a doctor's office, and I remember there were 2 or 3 young men, I'd say in their 20s, and they're just sitting in the office. I'm like, okay, what's going on? Like, I'd be thinking this, it's all telepathy. And my grandma told me that they were waiting for their meeting. They had a specific meeting with, I feel it was a guide. It was a wise guide. And they were being taught how to use telepathy to communicate with their loved ones on the earth plane. So that was like, whoa, that just blew my mind. So my grandma was saying, like, we're learning. It was so cool, the young men that I saw there too, in their early 20s. So I really hope that gives, everybody a sense of peace and hope, that if you haven't heard from your loved one, they are learning, they are going through the process, they're going through the orientation, all those things to learn how to use their gifts. Another thing that I'm also aware that there is a learning, there's the review of your life, and you feel everything, how you influenced and affected other people, and you feel that. So that's really important. What else? So there's a lot of healing. There's a lot of healing going on. So it's almost like, I don't even want to say different levels. It's almost like kind of like different steps. It's like, okay, now you're ready for the next step. Now you're ready for the next step. So that's why I always say, do your stuff now. Do your stuff now. Any inner work you've got to do, any forgiveness that you have to give to others, do it now, because then when you go to the other side, it's almost like you've taken care of your business and you're ready to kind of go on to the next step. So I really believe in that, doing your work while you're here. Do it while you're here, because eventually you're going to do it. So you can do it here, or you can do it on the other side. I even have like pets talk to me, and they're showing me what a wonderful life it is, how they're so free, and how they're connected to other souls on the other side, how they interact with other pets and animals, and they play a role too in welcoming other pets to the other side. Even loved ones, their pet owner, they'll be there to help to welcome them on the other side. I've had spirits talk about that they're on the other side and they're working with the environment, helping to give inspiration and ideas to people here on the earth plane about taking care of the environment. I've had, what else? I've had other people talk about how they're helping children, young children when they arrive. All kinds of interesting things. So everyone has their own particular role, I feel, when they go to the other side. It's almost like your inner, I don't want to even say your inner passion. It's almost like your inner passion within your soul. It's almost like revealed to you when you go to the other side. There's teachers, there's animal, I don't want to say caretakers, but people that are learning to interact with animals. It's just awesome. And these are just insights I've had from doing communications, lucid dreams I've had. And sometimes I just know, right? Like claircognizance, I just know, and it makes sense to me. And, you know, we're definitely always learning, and we're here to learn and to evolve our soul. And then I feel, for example, so then you would go to the other side, and then wherever you are in your evolution, your development, I feel that you would be perhaps, I don't think really assigned, you would probably work with maybe a guardian angel or a guide and decide what you would do on that side. And then if the decision's made, you come back, and then again you do more learning, and then when you go back on that other side, probably what you decide to do, what you end up doing on the other side may be a little different. And I have read this, I just read this recently, and I went, wow, what would I do? They did say that some souls, when they go the other side, they have a decision if they do want to reincarnate or actually stay on the other side to help others. And I was thinking, what would I want to do? What would I want to do? You know, and I think it's really revealed to you when you're on the other side. Definitely. You'll just know, you'll feel it. You'll know this is right. This is my destiny. This is what I've meant to do. I hope that kind of answers the question. That was a long answer there. Siobhan, I love knowing that our loved ones get to they're absolutely healing. You know, and that's why, and you'll notice with a lot of the messages that come through, they're acknowledging, there's like, no, I'm aware now, I didn't spend enough time with you. I'm so sorry, but I did the best that I could at this time. Now I have the opportunity, as I learn telepathy, right? Learn how to bring things into your environment on the earth plane. I'm going to help you in any way I can now. So it's so awesome. So even though our loved ones aren't here physically, their physical presence is not here. I mean, with, you know, sitting in the silence, observing, being aware of your own energy to feel shifts, you're just aware that they're around you and they are assisting you. And I've said this, and I'm going to say this again. When my mom was unwell, I tried for like 2 years. I was just trying to find the right home. I wanted to find a bungalow. I wanted her to move in with me, and we just could not find it. And you know, then there was COVID. No one was selling homes. You're afraid to go in homes. And then my mom passed, and within oh boy, maybe about 6 to 8 months, we found the perfect home. And as soon as we found it, I just automatically said, "Thank you, Mom." Because I know she assisted in this. I absolutely know, without a shadow of a doubt. She did whatever she had to do on the other side to assist us in getting the home that we were looking for. And I know she's here. She's around us, not physically, but in spirit for sure. Oh, you're welcome, Sue. Any other questions? Hi, Sydney. Hi, Jane. Hi, Nikki. Any other questions at all about mediumship? What I was going to, hello to all, sorry late, that's okay, don't worry if you're late, no problem. So I was just talking about the psychic toolkit and how these different tools and strategies help you to kind of connect with your inner wisdom, your higher self, helps you in your day-to-day life, helps you in any kind of healing you do, just not for mediums, for everyone. And I think I've said this many times. I feel everyone has the potential to be a medium for yourself or a professional medium. It's your choice, right? It's all about discipline and doing the work. So some self-care techniques that help me in my day-to-day life, interacting with others, and preparing myself to work with students and with clients. I do the following. So for example, self-talk and reflection is a really important tool to use. Like I said, I think I left my journal in the other room. I got journals everywhere. I write everything down, what I'm thinking about, what I'm feeling about, what I'm aware of, what I observed, unusual things related to the spirit world or any synchronicities. When I talk to my guides, I write down my questions, I write down the answers, and I just reflect because I want to see my growth. I want to see my awareness developing. So that's really important. And I'm just trying to give you a practical example. So my reno guys just left. I'm done. It's done. It's done. The house is all done. So I'm so happy. So today I had a whole thing with paint today. So when you move into a house, you know, sometimes the previous owners will give you all the colored chips, you know, the colors. Well, I didn't have that, but I had a whole bunch of cans in the garage. So I'm looking at cans trying to figure out. So I thought, okay, this has got to be the can. I asked my renovator. He goes, yeah, I think that's it. So I went and got paint. So we started painting my bathroom. And I came and I looked, and I go, that's not the pink. He goes, no, it definitely isn't the pink color. But anyway, so what did I do? I could have panicked. Anxiety could have set in. I could have had a freak out, but I didn't. So I just went, you know what? I surrender. I'm just going to go with the flow. Everything's okay. I've got my showers working. I got hot water. I got a nice new vanity. I'm happy as can be. So then when I went back after I finished painted, and I went and I looked, and he said, you know what? This paint actually works really well with your tiles and your vanity counter. It was like, you know what? You're right. So I just kind of smiled and I went, Spirit world, you're awesome. You're awesome. There was my lesson for today, right? Surrender, believe, go with the flow. It's only paint, for Pete's sakes. It's only paint. Who cares, really? Who cares? So that all worked out. But I tell you, I went to the paint store today 3 times. Then we ran out of some other paint. I went back, and it's like minus 22. I was saying to my son, I think Benjamin Moore at the paint store is going to think I'm stalking them. I've been there so many times. It's just crazy. So it's that whole self-talk, right? So as I'm driving back to the paint store again to get the other paint, I'm like, everything's cool. Just chill out. It's okay. You got nowhere to go. Everything's good. So self-talk and self-reflection is just so important. And think about what happened last week. Yes, absolutely. I know that's why I love color. It does create the mood. I'm a real color person. Even the color that I choose to wear, like blue for communication. So if you think about what happened last week on Facebook, how everything shut down, I'm giving readings, I'm getting no responses. I'm like, what the heck is happening? As my anxiety was increasing, I just went into my gut, my intuition. I was just told, you know, time to shut it down. So shut it down. And then I wrote as much as I could remember and I pasted it on my YouTube channel. But I tell you, talk about stress. So I know one of my big lessons, and I suggest you reflect on this, like every evening before bed even, or at the end of the week, reflect on what was my lesson for this week. And I know mine was patience. Patience. Because I know if I let myself get a little, I don't want to say bonkers, but if I start doing too many things at once, my patience can wear very thin, and then I start to get really kind of like anxious. So that was a really important lesson for me today. Another thing that I did kind of with these crazy things happening with color and paint and renovations and things is today I just took a moment and I just sat by the window, and the beautiful sunlight came in for a little bit this afternoon, and I just sat in the sunlight. I soaked up that light. I soaked up the sun, the energy, and it just felt fabulous. It just absolutely changed my mood like that. So remember that also as a strategy for self-care. Everyone also can talk to their guide. So, sit in the silence, talk to your guide. I'm driving and I'll talk to them. Like, for example, I'm like, oh, I'm never going to find a parking spot. And then there it is. I'm like, thank you. You guys are awesome. High five. So I'm always talking to my guide. Daily, I talk to my guide. Let me see if there's any others. Kelly, it's hard for me to be cooped up in the house, so I tried to walk around the block. Lesson learned. I know. I'm feeling very kind of, almost like kind of claustrophobic. Like I just want to go out to go anywhere. Today, the other thing I did stretching, walking, Tai Chi. I'm so excited. I'm going away for the weekend. So I know they're going to have a pool. I'm going to go swimming. Just swimming is just so refreshing. I feel so aligned and in balance when I'm in the water. And I just can't wait until I go to Aruba in February just to feel that, in March, when I go in March to Aruba and just feel that salt water and the sun and the breeze. And oh, I just love it. Some other things you can also do in your toolkit would be meditation. I do grounding meditation, just to kind of, get rid of that energy that's not mine, right? Really, feel my energy, feel my body, feel my emotions. I know what is mine and what is not mine. Just being in that moment, so important, because we just live in a busy, busy world. And also just like sitting in that power, listening to a visualization, meditation on YouTube, whatever works for you, doing your own. Sometimes I just sit and I'm just talking in my head. Music is awesome. I love music so much. It just lifts my vibration, gives me a more positive mindset if maybe things are going wrong or I feel a little down, because I find in the winter I really do feel more sad. So music is just awesome. Prayer is beautiful. And I think I've mentioned to you that I love the prayer by St. Francis of Assisi. I use that prayer quite a lot. Crystals are also available. Even just rearranging your room, decluttering. That's another awesome tool, just to feel that energy, making space for new energy to come in and flow, and just looking at your environment with a new pair of eyes. All these things are just so important. Because remember, right, we are co-creators with the universe, right? We can manifest anything we want, but you've got to be in the right mind space, right? So it's really important to be able to use these tools to help you to make good goals for yourself, to be aware of your emotions, to be able to take action and follow through. So, psychic tools for me is all about self-empowerment, right? No one can do it for you. I mean, when I do mentoring or I do readings, etc., I'm not healing you. I'm hoping what I'm doing is I'm assisting you in opening up a little bit, hearing the messages, and then it's up to you. It's up to your soul to take this in, to reflect on it, and then have happen what needs to happen, right? Kind of like surrender and let it flow. So, yeah. So I hope that made sense. I did a lot of chatting there. Does anybody have any other questions? Because I'm chatting an awful lot. Any other questions? Does anyone have another tool that they might use for self-care? I love astrology. I'll do a call out to someone. I listen to Minnow Pond a lot. I like him, Minnow Pond, on the internet. So I'll listen for just a few tips. I'm like, oh, better be aware of that. Oh, that might happen. Okay, I'll just keep that in the back of my mind. So I love astrology too, and working with the moon, during the moon, and things like that are really important too. Any other strategies that people use? A good meal's, a healthy meal is awesome too. A healthy meal, cooking, just the act of cooking, it's so creative. Looking at the color of the vegetables, peeling them, chopping them in different ways. I just love cooking. I also like to talk to my plants. I have lots of plants and I'll just talk to them. Usually I'm apologizing. It's like, oh, I'm so sorry you don't look too good. I haven't watered you lately. But, oh, Insight Timer is a great app. I don't know that. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. I'll have a look at that one. Absolutely. Yeah. And it's just, I think too, it's about challenging yourself too. It's almost like, today I'm going to wake up on the other side of the bed and just see what it looks like from that side. Or I'm going to think outside the box today and just see how that feels. Because you know how we all kind of get stuck in kind of like patterns and bad habits. So I'm kind of always kind of reflecting on, why did I do this? What emotion is connected to this? Do I still want to keep this way of interacting with others, whatever it could be? So I'm always kind of reflecting on what I do and why I'm doing it, just not letting things happen. Oh, I have a tea party with my spirit. Oh, I love that. I love that. Absolutely. And I love the whole idea of a tea party. I always say that to my students, for example, when they're, they work with spirit and they're saying, oh, spirits just come in when I'm asleep. They're here, they're there. And I say to them, imagine you're having like a tea party or invite someone over. Are they just going to walk in your door? Or do they have to knock or ring the bell? So I always talk about how important boundaries are with the spirit world. Yeah. And again, that's about self-care. You can't be on 24/7 all the time for the spirit world. Definitely can get sick, because being a medium or any kind of spiritual practitioner, it affects your nervous system. So it's really good to have that downtime and to take care of yourself for sure. Any other strategies that people use for self-care? I'd just be interested. Actually, a good book is awesome. Oh, I have my book in the other room. I can't remember the author, but it's called Spiritual Growth. Quite interesting book. And very often I'll pick up a book that I might have read like 8 years ago. And it's like, this is amazing. I'm seeing things I never saw when I read this book 8 years ago. Just because you're not really the same person, right? You're growing, you're expanding, you have different experiences. So you just see things in a different way. Myself, as long as you're growing, I think all's good. It's that stagnation when you feel like you're stuck. That's when you start to, not feel well and you don't feel like yourself. Kelly said, I listened to The Power of Now 3 times. Oh, yes, that's awesome. Yes, that's a very good suggestion. Western said, I like to walk in the woods and watch. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Something about trees, just being around trees. Shannon, painting, right? Oh, beautiful. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's on my wish list. I really want to take an art class. I really do. Just learn a little bit about art. Both my daughters are artists, so I find it very ironic. I don't have a really good eye for art yet. I know I'm creative. I'm finding my way, but I would love to be able to do that. And I live right by a beautiful art gallery, the McMichael Art Gallery in Kleinburg. And I go there quite often. I just love the indigenous art. It's so beautiful. And the way they interpret and express spirit of like animals and nature. I'm just fascinated by looking at it. I just can't get enough of it. It's just so beautiful. Sue, I love to spend time in the garden feeding the birds, squirrels, and deer. Find it, oh, that's so lovely. And then I feel close to my son. That's so beautiful. And there's just, when you tune into the energy of like wildlife, there's just this sense of alignment with Mother Earth. I guess that's the way I want to describe it. There's this sense of alignment and balance and, being in the moment. And it's just so beautiful. I watch them quite a lot. I observe them quite a lot, trying to take in, right, what they're showing me, what they're teaching me. So many important lessons from nature for sure. Absolutely. Any questions or any other comments about taking care of yourself? And again, for me, if you're in a colder climate, for sure, it can be more challenging with kind of that lack of sunshine, the inability to get out all the time. But I mean, I just had a big snow a few days ago, and I love snow. I do love snow. I don't like the cold. And I went out and I had my shovel, and my dog was out there. There's something about shoveling new, fresh snow. I just love it. It's the most amazing, and it's nice and quiet out and dark and calm. And I just love that feeling. Absolutely amazing. Any other comments before? Oh, I'm starting to get hot, so I know that. Whew, getting really hot right now. All right. So I'll just, if you have any questions, you can type them in. Oh, Kelly, I came from Florida to be with my grandma in Ohio, so it's been quite, oh, wow. Yeah, that must be like, like a shock going from Florida to Ohio. It must be absolutely freezing there. So self-care for you, Kelly, is really important. Take that time and find what works for you. Alexandra, yes, it feels so refreshing, the fresh snow, like refresh. It does, doesn't it? It feels like almost like Christmas morning, you know, new, fresh, crisp, like this excitement and what's going to be revealed, what's happening. It's a lovely feeling. So just a reminder that this evening I'm going to do spirit directed messages. If you can take 80 to 90 to 100%, say yes in the text box for me. Tonight's event is being recorded just so I can post my YouTube channel in case someone wants to re-listen to it, or maybe if someone missed this evening and they'd like to listen to it at another time. So just to be aware, it'll be on social media there. Please listen closely to the mediumship part of the evidence, and just, you know, feel in with your higher self. Like, does this resonate with me? Could this be? If you feel yes, then speak up and say yes, that you can take that. What else did I want to share here? I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that I need to share here. Any questions? No questions. Okay. Hi, Sarah's here too. So my intention is to give evidence of the survival of consciousness and messages of love and healing to demonstrate that our relationships are eternal. They are. Like, just think about that. Isn't that awesome? It's just so awesome. Okay. Your loved ones are around you. They love and miss you, and they wish to communicate with you as well. And remember, tonight, I will be that channel for you, but remember, you also have that ability to be able to connect with your loved ones too. All right. Your loved ones in spirit, they are aware of what you're doing. They'll check in with you once in a while during significant times in your life, milestones. Even when you're in need of guidance, you might just have this inspiration. You're like, where did that come from? And it's very likely it's one of your loved ones in spirit, just giving you kind of a little idea of something to think about to help you along the way. Okay. So everyone just wants to relax a minute. Take a deep breath in. Hold. And relax. And I just, you know what? I just want you to think of the word love. You know, in the words of my dad, what he said to me, he said, you know, it's all about love. You know, it's that simple, it's that deep, it's that complex. It's about love. So just feel your heart opening up and that love flowing out, connecting you with the spirit world and your loved ones in spirit. And as we just inhale again, hold, and then release, know that that love connects all of us, everything on the planet. We're always connected as one. All right, thank you very much. I'm just going to say my little prayer to myself. Okay, and I mentioned earlier that there was a gentleman whose energy feels familiar. So we'll see if their loved one in spirit is here. And I'm getting the name Tony. He just keeps saying Tony, Tony, Tony. And he's very, what's the word I want to say? Very kind of like rambunctious. He's definitely not shy, very outgoing. And it's like he's just coming by to say hi. He's like, I'm here, I'm coming by to say hi. Can someone take a Tony in spirit? It definitely, it feels like, if not a father figure, like he's talking about his friends. I'm here with my friends. I'm here with my friends. And he's saying, Tony, Tony, Tony. I'm seeing smoke. I'm seeing like cards, laughing. And he's just, give him my regards. Give him my regards. So he's just popping in to say hello, a Tony. Let me just see what else. And it's funny, he's just like going to the, he's saying, you know, I just want you to think about having more fun. It's about having fun in life, having fun in life. He's like, get rid of this logical step-by-step stuff. Get rid of all that. I want you to have fun, enjoy yourself. Laugh, laugh, laugh. He just keeps saying laugh, laugh, laugh. And he's like, don't get me wrong. I was a really hard worker. I worked really hard. I worked hard for my money. But he's saying, I played hard too. I played hard too. Can anyone take this gentleman in spirit? Let me see if he wants to. I feel his age is passing. He's just giving me the age around 56. I feel like feels like it was heart related. And he's just saying to me, you know, I didn't take the best care of my body. He's saying it like that, like I should have exercised more. And he's talking about the stress. He's talking about the stress on the job, stress on the job. Okay. And he had good friends, because he keeps talking about his friends. Like his friends are really important. I'm seeing like males around him. It's like laughing, joking. And it's possible to like, he also feels, okay, let me see, Cheryl, could be my grandpa, Shannon. If no one's could think my husband is Tony but alive, but this could sound like my dad. Okay. I also feel that this this gentleman, I feel like he had his own business. Can either Cheryl or Shannon take that this gentleman had his own business? I don't know why he's just making me feel that if he didn't have his own business, like he ran the office, he like ran the office. So he had a really important role, like he was the foreman. There was something, Shannon, at one point. Okay, all right. Okay, so this would have, your dad, is that correct, Shannon? Okay, let me just, and can you take, Shannon, that your father passed like late 50s? I know he wasn't in his 70s. It doesn't feel like the 70s. It feels younger. Yes, okay, thank you. So I feel I'm with you, Shannon. And he's really, it's about get out of your head, girl. As soon as I said your name, he's like, tell her to get out of her head. Get out of your head, girl. Can you take that, Shannon? Get out of your head, girl. And he's referring to you. He's saying, get out of your head, girl. So there's something that, what is this? It's family related. I know that it's family related, and it's something that you're going over again and again. It's like you're really again and again and again and again. And he's saying, get out of your head, get out of your head and get into your heart. Get out of your head, get into your heart. And he's like, you know what to do. You know what to do. What is this? Who's this with the family? I know it's connected to a male. So he's just saying a male. Get out of your head, get into your heart. You know what to do. Follow your gut, follow your gut. So I feel that there's some conversation that needs to be had with this male, and it's in terms of, I feel like it's boundaries, like following the protocol. Like he's just giving me things like, you know, phone when you'll be home, let me know where you are. It's all these kind of things like boundaries and just almost like a kind of like a reconnecting. Can you take some of this information, Shannon, in connection to, I feel like it's in connection to you. My phone always kind of stops there. So I'm just going to go to his message here. He's like, go with your gut. He's like, go with your gut, put your foot down. He's saying it just like, and I feel that's something that your father would say. Because I almost see him like this. Like, that's it. I'm putting my foot down. And then you would know, okay, don't push him any further. Because he's saying that. Follow your gut and put your foot down. And I'm going to leave you with all his love. So thank you very much, Shannon. And he came in earlier with me. He was just like, hi. I'm like, I know this energy. I felt this energy before, and I'm sure he's come through again before for you, Shannon. So thank you. He just came through so strong, and he was still there again. Okay. Okay, as I move my mind to the spirit world, I'm given the name Mary, and I know it's an older woman. She's showing me white hair and like she's showing me her complexion. Like it's a beautiful complexion. Like what do you call it? Peaches and cream? Like she wants me to say that. Like beautiful pink cheeks. So okay, and Mary, gray hair, beautiful complexion, pink cheeks, gentle. You know what? I want to call her gentle as a lamb. And I feel too that like her voice was like that, but she would have almost like a quiet kind of a quiet voice. There's something about her, quiet as a lamb. She keeps saying that to me. Okay. It's interesting. She's showing me. I'm just trying to determine if she's showing me a blouse or if it's a nightgown, but it feels like a really traditional type of nightgown. I think I had one of these like as a child, and it almost like had a high collar with like kind of like a ruffle around it and long sleeves. Okay, Lori's saying her great aunt. Okay, let me just, she's showing me her nightgown. I know it's a nightgown because she's showing me slippers too. And it's this quiet as a lamb. Why is she saying quiet as a lamb? I feel like she had a quiet voice, quiet movements. She just keeps saying quiet. Okay, Lori, let me just fill into your great aunt. And can you take the name Mary, Lori? Does Mary connect with this lady in spirit, Mary? I heard Mary connected to her. She was saying Mary. She wanted me to say Mary. Okay, let me see what she wants to say here. Can you take, that was your aunt's name. Okay, remember. There's something about, sorry, I'm just trying to feel into this. It's almost like Mary's showing me a memory that you may remember, and I feel it's as her health was deteriorating. I see her like going up and down the hallway. There's some kind of hallway. It's like, I don't know. It almost feels to me like she's wandering in the hallway, like she's looking for something. Perhaps she's lost. Like not sure, something with her memory. Can you take something with her memory, Lori? It feels like something with her memory. She's showing me something about going down the hallway. And it's almost like she's not, don't know what this is about the hallway. She's not quite sure where she is, or there's some connection to a hallway with your great aunt. Can you take a connection to a hallway? And I feel like it's like her memory, like there's some kind of confusion, or she can't find something. And it's like looking for something going down the hallway. I know that sounds very generic, but that's what she just keeps showing me that. It's almost like trying to, yeah, it's like she's trying to find something. She's looking for something down the hallway. Memory loss. Okay, thank you. Because that's usually like my symbol for memory loss. Okay. Because she can't, and it's, I'm going to show you how well, this is probably more my symbol. So I see her going down a dark hallway and she's like holding a lantern, like she's trying to find the way and she's not sure. Okay, I understand. Thank you. Let me just see. She's talking about, she's bringing me a memory. She wants me to share this. She's talking about you as a young child, and I feel there was some connection with your aunt. Is that correct? As a child, like you would go and visit her. You would what is she? Because it's like she's smiling, and it's like I'm tickled pink, like so happy to see you, and it's like she was fascinated by you. Like, is she saying to me, like you were, how is she saying it? Almost like I'm not getting the right words. I want to say beautiful young lady, but it's not, it's almost like fascinated by your youthfulness, your, and I almost see like you were dressed up in like a little dress. Can you think of something like, I just see you as being really young, being very young, a memory of you visiting her. And she's just so fascinated by you. And she's almost saying like there's something similar between you and your aunt. It's almost like she's saying you're ladylike, like well put together, like almost like that same kind of gentleness. I don't know how to explain that. Okay, tell me more about that. Know how she's saying it to me? For 2 weeks, we had the best of times. Okay, thank you. I think that's what she's getting to. It's almost like she's saying that you had a certain kind of, it's going to sound funny, but almost like you had a certain kind of groundedness. Do you understand that? It was almost like that you would connect on the same level. And I'm telling you, like I'm seeing like outdoors, I'm seeing grass, I'm seeing trees, so there's some kind of groundedness and spending time together, if you understand that, Cheryl, because she just wanted me to say that. And I'm just seeing like grass and trees and flowers. And it's like, it's like you had, it's like she would share things with you and it was almost like you got it, you understood it, or you were open to it. So I'm like, I see you like looking at petals of flowers, talking about this, talking about nature, and like it's like you're listening, like you're just soaking it all in. It was almost like a teacher student almost kind of relationship, but it was like but more kind of she wants me to say like deeper than that, It's funny because she's bringing to my mind almost like Jedi Master, and he'd give you the secrets. Do you know what I mean? Yoda giving the secrets to Luke Skywalker. That's what I'm kind of getting. Like she's giving important tidbits about life and how to almost understand it, enjoy it. She's sharing all those things with me. Okay, let me see what the message is she wants to. First of all, she's saying, I love you so much. So she's just expressing that. It's Cheryl, right? I just wanted to get back to your name. Sorry, Cheryl. Your mother's still here. Is that correct, Cheryl? I don't know why she's talking about your mother. She's bringing up your mother. Is your mother still here? Because she's talking about mother. Let me see what she wants to talk about mother. Okay, okay, so that's what it is. Okay, thank you. Because I couldn't quite, I was trying to get, okay. So what does she want to say about mom? She wants you to know that your mother is more beautiful than ever. And she's saying it like that. It's really important that you know something about your mother's, and it's like physical. She's showing you your mother's physical beauty. Like I'm seeing a beautiful head of long hair, and I'm like, I'm gonna say how she's showing her to. She's almost like in this beautiful white flowing robe. So it's really important that you know that your mother is beautiful and that she's healthy, because I feel during your mother's passing, there was some issues around those things, because your great aunt just keeps saying, let her know she's beautiful. She's beautiful. She's healthy. She's whole. And she's just saying she's not alone. She's saying that she's not alone. Let me just see if there's something else. And it's interesting that your great aunt, it's almost like your great aunt is speaking for your mom, but your mom's there like nodding, smiling. And if you don't mind me saying this, I almost feel like there's an angelic quality to your mom. So I just want to put it out there, because I just can't get away from this feeling of like angelic quality to her. And I definitely want you, Cheryl, to, you know, take the time and just sit in the quiet, meditate, and try and be aware of your mother in spirit, because I know she works with you. I know she does. I just feel this whole, I feel like power and energy around your mother. And it's like your great aunt is like, see, it's like your great aunt is bringing this gift to you. There's something about a hunch. You had a hunch, or something about a hunch. Because they're saying to me, you had a hunch and you're right. You had a hunch and you're right. So this may be connected to, oh, was that my mother? Did I feel my mother? Did I hear my mother? Was that a dream? Because they keep saying you had a hunch and that's correct. You had a hunch and that's correct. Just your... It's interesting because I'm seeing your mom. It's like your mom's taking your hand. She's saying, I'm going to help you along your path. I'm going to help you along your journey. So she's just saying that. So it's like you have no excuses to worry. You have no excuses to worry or be fearful. That's what she's saying. Those are excuses. She's like, no more fear. No more worries, no more fear. So that's the gift that she's bringing you, if you understand that, Cheryl. So if you surrender your fear and your worries, look at all that space you open up, all that space to follow your passions and do what you're meant to do. So she wants me to say that. And Cheryl, do you have a daughter, or there's a young female? Yes. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of love around your daughter. And it's like your aunt and your mother, they're all saying, you know, love her and take care of her. You're doing a good job. And they're just like, oh. It's like they're there with you. You understand that? It's almost like this love and taking care of the female in the family. It's like being passed down. It's like your great aunt, your mom, your grandma, and now you to your daughter. And there's so much, I just see so much light and so much love around that. And they're just saying again, you know, express yourself. They want you to express yourself, express your emotions, and teach your daughter to be able to do that. Teach your daughter to be able to do that. Something about emotions. And your mom's also saying, like, your daughter's going to like ask questions about her, be curious, and your mom's just saying, be honest. Just be honest. Like, it's like from your gut, right? And don't forget those emotions. Like, oh boy, she's giving me a whole bunch to say. Like, you know, you can, she says, I want you to acknowledge, I miss my mom. This is how it made me feel, blah, blah, blah. She's like, no walls, no brick walls. She's saying it like that. So emotions is something she really wants you to focus on and make an important part of your day-to-day life. And I'm okay, before I was just about to say, I don't think you would that. And then she says, because it's part of your healing. She just added that part on, because it's part of your healing. Don't repress it. Don't keep it in. Express it. Express it. Make space for beauty, life, joy to come in, because you have so much to do. And I'll leave you with all her love, Cheryl. Wow, what beautiful ladies. Just beautiful. Oh, so much love. Just beautiful. Thank you, Cheryl. Okay. Okay. It's like there's a whole parade with your family leaving. I'm just waiting for them all to... It's like as they leave, it's like they're leaving a trail of like glowing light. Wonderful, wonderful people. My goodness. Okay. And that just kind of answered the question again when we were talking about the spirit world and learning and evolving. And there you go. Wonderful ladies that are continuing to evolve, and their light is shining down, not only on Cheryl, but all of us. And I'm not going to cry. Okay. Okay, as I move my mind to the spirit world, I'm aware of a male, and I'm just continuing to feel into this energy to get a description of this male. On the thin side, I want to say wiry. It's interesting because I was getting like a connection almost to like to professor, to teacher. I don't think this is like a relative. I feel there's some connection like to a school, to learning. It's almost like he's just kind of like, I'm trying to get him to come forward here. Why do I have like college? A thinker. Again, I'm getting thinker. Books, knowledge, all important things. Reading a good book, sitting in a chair, reading a good book. I'm getting all these things that he's showing me. It's almost like I see an office, and it feels like it's an office, like possibly like in a school setting. Because it feels like you go down a hall, carpeted hall, and then you go into the office. Almost like, what do you call those people when you're not sure what you're going to study in university and you go and they give you advice? Almost like an advisor. Because I'm getting this kind of like advisor kind of feeling with this person. Someone that gave you advice about something, important advice, about, boy, okay, you got to give me some more here. Because I'm seeing a nameplate on, like I'm seeing a nameplate, like a number on the door. Let me just see. I feel the number is something like 102. And I'm like, Mr. A something, Mr. Abrams, Mr. A something, like the name on it. Can someone take a gentleman in spirit that assisted you in some way as like an advisor? And I feel there's some kind of school setting. It's funny because I'm getting school setting and I'm getting medical, like a medical sense of something medical. I mean, it could even be like medical school, nursing school. It's like someone you had to go and talk to get, it's like to have a chat about something. Like a chat, getting feedback. And it's very insightful. Like it was very helpful because they're giving me this memory and they're showing you like smiling and thanking the person. Thank you, thank you. I wasn't sure which direction to go. I wasn't sure the next step. It's like not being sure what to do. And they kind of gave you advice to help you along the path that you needed to go. It was like some kind of enlightenment. Like, oh, okay. Now I'm clear on this. Okay. He's giving me a whole bunch here, so let me just get him to slow down a minute here. I feel he'd be known like wearing like a tweed jacket, possibly a tweed cat, like tweed cat. Like the way he dressed was very like memorable. It's like, oh, there he is. You would just see what he was wearing. You know it would be him. Okay. A little bit of an oddball. He's saying like an oddball. I don't know. He says I would walk around campus. I'm getting like university or college, something walking around campus. A bit of a loner. Was good at his job. But was good at what he needed to do. Oh boy, you got to give me some more here. Why don't you give me a like the location of let me just find out. Got the name Brian connected to him. Brian. And I almost feel like this person, Brian, may have been like a, what you call it? Like you have a professor and then they assist the professor. They're learning under this professor. Like Brian's important, this name Brian. Can anyone take any of this information I've given about someone that was an advisor? Perhaps, well, I feel it's connected in some way to learning. I have the name Brian connected to them. Oh boy. I don't know why I'm getting Wisconsin. I don't know what that's about, Wisconsin. And I'm seeing like it's beautiful. Like I see trees, a pathway, lots of space. Why are you coming through if they can't recognize you? Okay, let me just find out. Talks about eating in the cafeteria. Some joke about the cafeteria ladies or the way they made the food and it's like some joke, like, is it edible? Is it hot? Today it's cold. Well, at least we can eat it. It looks edible. And then it's like, well, it's cold, but at least it's edible. Like some kind of joke about the food. Okay. And it feels like it's like a cafeteria because I see trays, I see the metal bars you go through. I see a lady behind the counter. She's wearing like a hair covering, a little heavier, has on like a white, like a kind of like an apron or a covering. It's like, what do you want? Slap, slap. It's like slap, slap, putting it on a plate. There you go. Next. So he's showing me all these things. And in high school, Cheryl, oh boy, Cheryl, I just worked with you, didn't I? Isn't that funny? Okay, so that's who I feel it is. Like he keeps showing me all these things. Okay, all right. And he helped you in some, well, he's made me feel that it's a significant way. Is that correct, Cheryl? In the cafe, there you go. Okay, I know it's for you, Cheryl. Yes, he helped you in a significant way because I feel like you weren't sure and he gave you some kind of clarity in what direction to go. So let me just find out why he's coming through. Very kind. He's like, honey, he's saying like, honey, you got what it takes. And again, he's like reassuring you again. And I feel these were words that he said to you, like on the earth plane, like reassuring you, everything's going to be okay. You make the decision, like all these things. And again, he's saying, honey, you're going to be okay. So it's just this reassurance he's coming through to tell you, you got what it takes. Everything's going to be okay. And again, I'm just thinking again back to your mother, how she said going to hold your hand along the path. And again, he's reinforcing this, that everything's going to be okay. We're not going to steer you wrong. That's what he said. We're not going to steer you wrong. Lovely. I tell you, Cheryl, I'm not sure if you're a medium or you connect with the spirit world, but you've got a lot of people on the other side that are rooting for you. They're there for you. I'm just feeling like this really emotional right now. So if you've been working through some kind of emotions like the last few months, maybe with the holidays, you really got to get this message clearly that you have so much support on the other side, that you've got what it takes. They're there with the inspiration. They're there protecting you, bringing you along. Let go of those worries. Let go of those concerns. So I just wanted to reinforce that. Wow. It seems to be your night, Cheryl, so you really needed to hear this, and I'm so happy that they all came through for you. Yeah. And for your advisor, and he wants me to say this too, he's saying, for your advisor to come through just shows how much you touched his heart. Do you understand that? For them to come through, that's how much. Oh boy. There's something about you, Cheryl. I've never met you in person, but there's just something. I just want to say this. There's something about you, Cheryl. There's something that you need to do. And I'm just going to put it out there into the universe and say, support Cheryl with what she needs to do, what her purpose is, what her destiny is, because there's something, I just feel something big is coming. Something big is coming. So, please, believe in yourself, connect with your soul, all will unfold the way that it should. Oh, wow. And you just got so much support. Cheryl, I want to meet you one day. We got to have a Zoom talk. Even if you don't want a reading, I feel like I have to meet you. I don't know why. I just feel like I have to meet you. So I've never said that before. So lots of love to you, Cheryl. And lots of love to those lovely people on the other side supporting and cheering you on. Whew, okay. So there you go. That was a reinforcement of your mom and your great aunt. That's awesome. You got something going down, Cheryl. All right. Whew. Okay, as I move my mind to the spirit world, I feel it's a pet in spirit, and I want to say boxer. And I feel it's a boxer dog, because I'm seeing the color of the boxer, you know, kind of that golden tan color with like white on the belly and like a darker face. Oh, good, sure. We'll have to do it for sure. For sure. Okay, so I have a boxer. Okay, gotcha. Interesting. The boxer's saying, I'm here and I'm okay. I'm here and I'm okay. And it's like the boxer's standing there and just like highlighting his body. Is that odd? Like showing me his back and his legs and like perfect condition. He wants me to recognize and acknowledge like the perfect specimen of a dog, like perfect shape. Everything's perfect, like 100%. Like he's like saying like reborn, rebirth. Can someone take a dog in spirit, if not a boxer, similar to a boxer? And it's really important that you're aware that they're in tip-top condition. He just keeps saying that, tip-top condition. Because I really feel like near the end of, you can, Ashley. Oh, thank you, Ashley. I wasn't sure. Because I almost feel at the end of this lovely dog's life, there were, I don't know what is, it's almost like I don't know, I almost see like paws dragging, if that makes sense. So for me, that would be like mobility issues. It almost feels like arthritic, right? It's like moving, but like dragging paws, like inflammation, like pain, not, okay, well, how do you want me to say this? Not like 100% of how he was, like almost like a decline, a rapid decline, if you can take that, Ashley. At the same time, the dog's saying to me, like I love you, I love you. If you can take that, Ashley. It's like, I love you, Mom. It's like he's calling you Mom. It's like, I love you, Mom. And he's thanking you. He goes, oh, this is where I get emotional. I'm so sorry. He's acknowledging how difficult the passing was for you. So there's, what is it about the passing? I think decision made. He's saying, and he's just, it's like nodding. Yes. Right decision made. Yes. Would you call your dog like pretty boy or pretty something? I don't know. I just keep hearing like pretty boy, something like that. Oh, okay. Ashley's just saying rapid, but not sure what happened. I wasn't able to care for him after my dad instead passed, and things didn't. Okay, and then it will never let me do see more, so that's okay. Because he's saying right decision. Yeah, it's interesting where he was like kind of dragging the paws. Okay. I don't know why the dog wants me to almost, like he's almost seeing like a broken heart. Can you take that? Like he had a broken heart. Does that make sense, Ashley? That like he missed your dad and stepmom, like he missed somebody. Like he's saying broken heart, something about something missing, something, I don't know. It's interesting how he's saying this. It's almost like, what is this? Because I still felt the inflammation also. And I'm just wondering, this is funny that it's just popping into my head, and my heart, I guess. How I said earlier, if you don't express your emotions, that you repress them. repress them and keep them in your body and you become unwell. It's almost like in some way the dog did that, if that makes sense. I think it's the dog. Because I'm just feeling kind of like this inflammation, couldn't get it out. Like it was just inflammation in the body and it just kept building. Okay. Anything else you want to say? What do you want to? He just wants you to know that, again, that he's fine. He's in great shape. And he's like, da-da. He almost looks like a prize-winning dog, like the way he's standing. You know, when they're in the dog show, like on the boxes, like he's standing there. So he's just showing, you know, that, what is he showing with that? It's interesting because he's saying to me, like, I won the prize. I won the prize. So he's saying, you know, I had a good, okay, this is what the message is. The message is he's saying, I had a good life. You need to know that I had a good life. And he's saying, you know, no one can choose how they pass. There's something about passing that no one can choose that. And that's not what you focus on. That's not what you focus on. That's a little bit. But that's not who I was. That's how I transitioned. So he's talking, remember the bigger picture. Remember the bigger picture. Because I feel this dog was very smart, beautiful, like beautiful animal, beautiful, very loyal. Did some kind of tricks or something because he's saying, I was really smart. I was really smart. It's almost like retrieving or finding slippers or knew where things were, would get them. And I just feel like this interaction, communicating with people around him. So very smart. And he's saying, I led a good life. I have no regrets and neither should you. So I'm going to leave you with all, yeah, that's what I was thinking, what cousin Sofa after I had to rehome him. Yeah, because I'm sorry, I hope that wasn't upsetting to say that. But, you know, like, I definitely felt that. I just felt like something in here, like, oh, miss them so much. And we know just, you know, animals in spirit are just like humans, human in spirit. I don't think animals, humans, I put them together. So, yeah, and he's thanking you. You made the right decision. You did the right thing. No regrets. I had a wonderful life. And I'm going to leave you with all his love. I was promised to have him back so I could make sure he was with my dad, but didn't get him after he passed. Oh, okay. So there you go. Even with that, he's saying no regrets. No regrets. He's on the other side, healthy and happy. Let me just see if he just wants to talk about that. He's saying, why would you worry about that? Why would you worry about that? It's the same thing, right? Don't remember that the transition, the passing, how I passed. Remember my life. It's the same thing, right? It's like I'm not in the physical form anymore. Now I'm spirit. And he loved your dad. Because I don't know, like it was really like rambunctious and they would like kind of like wrestle. And because he's jumping up, he's going crazy. Adores your father, adores him. Like, wow. So he's just showing that he's with your father. He's just saying, I'm reunited, getting lots of exercises. I can jump higher than ever. So I don't know if he was a jumper, he'd love to jump up or what. Because you see, I can jump higher than ever. Because I know that was an issue with the mobility and something with the legs and the paws he was showing me. Yeah. So no regrets, no regrets. And I'll leave you with all his love. Yeah. Do you have a picture of him, Ashley? I don't know. He's talking about a picture. Do you have a picture? Do you have a picture of him? Because he's just talking about a picture. He's aware of a picture. Okay. All right. He's happy about that. He's like, thank you. He goes, because you're a part of my life. So thank you for remembering me. That's why I came through, you see? Because I want you to know that you're an important part of my life. Because I know you've been questioning that, and I don't want it to weigh heavy on your heart. He's saying like he checks in on you. He does check in on you. He goes, Dad's okay. Okay, don't worry about him. I'm taking good care of him for you. Don't worry about him. Okay? He just keeps repeating that. And it's like, Mom's here too. Everything's under control. I don't know. That's what how the dog's feel like. Everything's under control. I think it was like a good guard dog of some sorts, because it's like everything's under control. He knows what's going on, and yeah. So I'll leave you with all his love. Oh, so lovely that he came through. Oh. And with your dad and stepmom, lovely. All together, reunited. Having great, like, I don't know if your dad's throwing something. I don't know if it feels like it's a frisbee, because I just said poof, and he jumps up and he just grabs it. He's like airborne. Whew. Awesome dog. Okay, let me just see if I can get, can you hear my dog? There you go, now my dog's barking. I'm getting an S name like Susie or Sally. I feel this, if not a sister, it feels almost like a childhood friend, because I'm getting memories of like playing dolls together. It's like dolls and strollers. And I'm being shown images like, you know, of Raggedy Ann, that kind of doll. Tea sets, strollers, dolls. It's almost like, I don't know, I almost feel like you would dress up, like almost like dress up in clothes, like adult clothes. I almost see like high heel, like I just see it, little feet in high heels, adult high heels, like trying to walk in them. And I see like a little table with like teacups and a teapot. And I'm just getting like good times, good memories, good times. I keep hearing that. Memories about spending like afternoons together, and it feels like it's like in the backyard, because I see the grass, I see the sunshine. I don't know, I'm getting things like, I'm hearing like Kool-Aid, Kool-Aid, sprinklers, like summer fun, summer. And it was like, and like the clothing I'm seeing on this, this memory of this young girl I'm seeing, it's like very frilly, like, what do you call that kind of lace? I don't know what you call that lace, where there's like little kind of holes in it. There's something about this lace. I don't know. I've got lace tonight for some reason. I keep getting lace. So it's like I see white and almost lace. It might be kind of like the apron or the coverall that she's wearing over top, or, okay, you gotta give me some more. So I had an S name connected to this. Okay, I'm gonna say, I'm just hearing, it sounded like I was hearing Chattanooga, Chattanooga. I don't know, I think that's a place. So I'm just gonna say Chattanooga. And I was like, Chattanooga choo-choo, Chattanooga choo-choo. So I don't know if that's a song or that's, why do I think that's connected to what were they called, those singers? Not the Anderson sisters. I don't know, some singers in the Were they the 50s? I don't know. I just keep hearing Chattanooga Choo Choo. Like it's a particular song that's relevant. I know it's a memory. It's a memory. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting the 1950s. Can anyone take any of these kind of memories of being with a younger female, playing with dolls, having tea parties, spending the afternoon in the backyard during the summers? I've got, is it Tennessee, Chattanooga, Choo Choo? Why am I getting Tennessee? I don't know. Any kind of memories like that. It's like they're giving me everything. Oh boy. Okay, you got to give me something else. They're showing me like a, looks like an old convertible. Again, it looks like it's the 50s. Looks like an old convertible. I don't know. It's like a Plymouth or Oldsmobile. I don't know. And I feel this is like, could this be like a sister or a mother? It's somebody's sister. I know she's a mother. This young lady, the memory she's showing me, I know she's a mother, and it's possible her sister may be here. Can someone take this loved one in spirit? I'm getting all of these. She's giving me a sister-mother connection. Okay, what else do you want to tell me? She's saying she didn't want to go. I'm asking her about her passing. She said, I didn't want to go. I fought it with tooth and nail. She said, I fought it with tooth and nail. Like she's just like so assertive about, I fought it with tooth and nail. And I feel it was a long kind of drawn out process. It sure feels like it's a cancer, possibly like ovarian cancer. Kelly, okay. Your Aunt Kelly, okay. Would this be, Sammy, this be your mother's sister? I'm just wondering why she kept giving me mother. Yes, okay, yes, I think I'm with you, Sammy, because she kept giving me mother and she's saying like sister, okay. There's some kind of regret she has. It's like she needs to make an apology to somebody. It's like she just keeps saying regret. I'm just going to shut this door because my dog's driving me crazy. There's some kind of regret. It's like I didn't do it the best way I could have. She's saying I didn't do it the best way I could have, and I feel she's referring like kind of like, you know what I mean, like wrapping it up. That sounds odd, but I mean like telling people what she needed to tell them all. Does that make sense? It's almost like, you know, I want you to have this. I want you to know how important you were to me. Like she didn't have the opportunity, or maybe didn't even have the frame of mind to be able to do those little things. It's not little things, like little love things that she wished she could have done. I hope that made sense the way I worded that. So she regrets that. It's like things weren't put into the proper order, the proper place that she wishes now she could have done. But she's like, thank God Thank God. She's like, thank God for mediumship, because now I get that opportunity to make amends. And she's saying like, thank God, thank God. She's saying it like that, like how important it is to her. Sammy, your mother is still here. Is that correct? Your mother's still here. Is that correct? Yeah, because she's just like, thank God, thank God. Your mother's still here. Is that correct, Sammy? I just want to make, yes, okay. I feel again, it's connected to your mother. There's apologies there. And she said, I'm sure this is going to be one I cry. She's saying, you know, she's like, I dropped the ball. And this is for your mom. Like, I dropped the ball. I let you down. I'm so sorry. And it's like, she's saying it like matter of fact, because she almost can't put the emotion behind that because it's too much for her. Do you understand that? It's almost like she's still healing from some of those decisions she made, because she's aware by observing all her loved ones, how she affected them. Do you understand that? So it's almost like she can't open that floodgate right now. So she's just giving a bit. I'm giving a bit right now. This is just going to have to be enough. I think she's talking more to me than you. She's like, this is going to be enough right now. I'm not opening these floodgates. So I feel she was a very kind of, like to kind of control things. And it was strange. It's almost like, is it denial and control? Like, I can't quite get what it was a whole, you know what? She's saying, I want you to know it was a whole bunch of things. It's like denial. It's like control. It's like not being in the right mind space. She says, no one knows how they're going to react. No one's really knows how they're going to react when they're kind of in that moment. So she's saying it like that. So she just wants you to be aware of that. But she goes, I know you're aware of that. She goes, you have a good heart. You have a good heart. She keeps saying that. You have a good heart. You have a good heart. She just keeps repeating that. Good heart, good heart, good heart, good heart. So I know if you don't connect with her, Sammy, you should. I feel this might be the beginning of connecting with her. She just keeps talking about your heart. Like, she's recognizing your heart. She's recognizing your energy. It's so important. So just so you know that, she just keeps saying that, like your heart, your heart, your heart, your heart. And it's interesting. Instead of saying, I love you, she's just saying your heart, your heart. So she expresses herself in a different way. Is there something about, I don't know, I feel like she's trying to tell me something about something she wanted somebody to get, but maybe they didn't get it, or they weren't sure if it was for them, or is there something like, I don't know, is it a piece of jewelry? Something of significance to her. Was there some question about, like, should your mom get it, or should somebody else get it? Is there something, it feels like it's jewelry, it's something significant of hers. Can you take that, Sammy? Was there some question about who should receive this? Who should get this? I don't know. It may have been like there's something like a ring, or I'll ask my mom. Okay, she's bringing something up about that. And then I'm just asking her about it. And she's like saying, everything's fine, everything's good. Like, she's not concerned about any of that. But I think there was some concern with people or a discussion. So she's just saying, like, I was aware of that. I was aware of that. And she's saying I was kind of the catalyst for that. So she's just acknowledging, right, when things aren't put into place. You can be a catalyst for things, and other people have to kind of bear the consequences of that. So she's acknowledging all that. She's acknowledging that. So that's really important. And I feel that she wants your mom to know this, because she's like, see all the growing I'm doing? Look at this. Look at this. And I don't know, she's doing some weird sign. I don't know. It's not thumbs up, but she's doing, I don't know, she's doing something with her hands. I had it for a minute and then it just went through my mind. I lost it. I wanted to move like her. There's something she does with her hands or some kind of sign, like high five kind of thing, but okay. Okay, there's just a message for you and I really want to get the word she's saying to me. She's saying, honey, you're going to fly high. She's saying that. You're going to fly high. She's like, high as a kite. You have the support of many. She's like, there's something about words. She's like, I may not come with a lot of words for you, but you always have my support 120%. And your beautiful young man, he's got a lot of words for you. So she's just saying about that bond that you share together. And I'm not going to cry. So she's aware of that and she's just smiling, like she's smiling because she's aware of that. She says, I'm aware of all your connections on the other side and like the relationships you have on the other side with spirit. It's interesting because she's saying to me, like, I can see them, like it's almost like it's like a light, like you feel the energy, you see the energy. It's almost like, you know, here's Sammy, then her connection to this person and this person and this person, and everyone on the other side can like feel in and see that energy. It's fascinating. So it's almost like when you're connecting to your aunt, right? And then it's almost like, oh, now your fiance is aware of that and he's checking in to see what's happening. I've never heard that before. So she just shared that with me. So that's awesome. Sometimes I would call it like your heart light. So like there's this invisible almost connection that spirit can see really clearly when you're connected to others and communicating with others. Oh, so awesome. Okay. She wants to talk something about shelter, your shelter. So I don't know if you're thinking of moving. She just keeps talking about shelter, your shelter, your shelter, you're sheltered, you're sheltered. She just keeps saying shelter, shelter, shelter. So I just wanted to share that sheltered part with you. And I think it's like multi-leveled shelter. It's almost like shelter, like home, and like you're sheltered, you're being cared for, right? We're giving you a safe haven, a safe shelter, they're saying. So all those things are really important. And she's also acknowledging, like, it's almost like you have more than one home. You understand that? Like you're welcome in more than one place. And she says, think of that as your home too. You've got lots of homes. You're going to have lots of homes. Okay. She keeps saying that. You're invited in. You've got lots of homes. Okay. And the shelter. She just wanted to say something about the shelters and that you're welcome where you go. So don't question that welcoming. Okay. I think this is connected to your fiance too, because I just feel like it's somebody else there too saying that. You're always welcome. You're always welcome. You're always sheltered. Okay. Okay, and I'm just going to leave with the final message. She's just saying, you know, work with me. She wants to work with you. She wants to work with you. She's like so excited. She's like over the moon. That's what she's like, over the moon, over the moon. She goes, yeah. I'm ready. I want to take the next step. I want to. So she's just acknowledging that with you working with her, you're helping her to evolve too and helping her to go to the next step. So it's like a, remember what I said earlier about co-creating things, building things? That's what it is. So she's like thanking you in advance. Thank you. Love you. And I'm going to leave you with all her love. Thank you so much, Sammy. That's awesome. I'm so happy she came through because she really wanted to acknowledge that and that she's aware of how actions have consequences, etc. And thank you for joining me tonight and allowing me to work with you and your loved ones in spirit. It's an honor to be able to work in service for the spirit world. Oh, that's so nice, Sammy. So much healing and love to you. Just a few announcements. My beginner mediumship development classes will begin on Sunday, January the 28th. So excited. I love my beginners. My advanced mediumship development classes will begin on Tuesdays, February the 13th. I love my advanced students. I love everybody. I also offer mentorship, personal readings, etc. I'm going to be a guest speaker and demonstrating medium at the end of January on the 28th at the Church of Universal Love in North York. And on February the 4th, I'm going to Cambridge to be a speaker and demonstrating medium at the Spiritual Church of Galt. And on February the 10th, I'm going to be doing an in-person workshop. Wow, not on Zoom, called Fundamentals of Mediumship. So I'm really excited for members of my community to be able to come and learn about mediumship with me. I'm so excited to be able to do it in person. That's so awesome. So in closing, and any more details about my services or events, go to my website at wendydeangelo.com. And in closing, remember to keep your heart brave and your imagination wild, because anything is possible. And it was just an awesome night. It definitely made up for the crazy one last week, that's for sure. And it's all the spirit world. All I do is I'm just open and clear instrument, and I just channel the information from the spirit world. They're awesome. Our relationship with our loved ones in spirit are eternal. They are there to support us. They want to communicate with us. So always remember, right? You're your very own best medium, so you can do it. You don't have to depend on me to do that for you. But if you're interested in learning how to do mediumship, I'm happy to help you to learn how to do that for yourself. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Lori, Western, Cheryl. And I'll see you next week. So take care, everyone.